oh my God, I almost didn't record my video again. And I guess in the big scheme of things, it wouldn't have been the absolute worst thing in the world, but I would have been pretty upset. I know I would have. You just, you can always get back on the habit, right? You can always get back in the streak of whatever you're trying to do. But I know I would have felt like the momentum kind of died off. Like, yeah, I don't want to miss it just because I forgot, you know. Um, I give myself a billion degrees of grace in so many things, and I guess literally forgetting is something to give myself grace over too. But it's the energy of like, I should have done it earlier, right? I was going to do it at this certain time, and then I said, oh, okay, a little later, and then I was going to do it again, and I was like, you know what, it's okay, you can do it later. So look at, I'm about to yawn. Already took my melatonin again, which I should probably try and get off the melatonin again. um that's a later reflection, but I probably should try to go cold turkey for a little bit again, at least just get back to a baseline. um that's it. This is literally just me. I don't I don't think I have anything pressing. I do want to talk more about my little one and the PDA, and how that really affects things day to day. So like right now we're in what's called quarantine. This is Zoe's name for it, which means something happened in her head, in her nervous system, that now I can't touch things of hers. And the first time this ever happened, of course, it was extremely difficult. So that means like I can't get her food. So again, with PDA, she can't get her own food. It's a demand. Things like that are demand. Like if she just asks for an object or stuffy, right? Things like that. And I can't do it for her. And so luckily this time, this quarantine, her dad is home. He takes off for his birthday. He takes off a week. But when he goes to work, and like we're still in quarantine, like it gets, I really hate that word for it, but that's what she calls it. We can't touch, right? And so yeah, so it's obviously very difficult, but that's what's happening now, and like I'll go deeper into it. I'd rather lay down though, just being honest. I'm very happy that I remembered. I actually got out, I was in bed already. I got out of bed because I got a muscle cramp in my arm. I'm about to like ask the doctors about it again. I mean, I've been dealing with muscle cramps since I was very young. And it just sucks when it's like, I almost call it a flare now. Like my calves went a couple days ago. My the ribs, when the ribs cramp. So yeah, so anyway, and like even thinking about it now as like it really could also be when it's a compiled type of stress energy. Again, why these videos are so good to talk things through. I had, what's that called? Shingles. Fucking like 4 months ago or something, 4 or 5 months ago, and I didn't know you could get them this young. And so, right, anybody who's had chickenpox has it in them to be able to get shingles. But like all the commercials make it seem to be an old person thing, right? And I was like, what the hell do you mean? Like on my body, and it was all across my breasts and around around the edge there. It was insane. But I literally didn't know you could get it. And like the first thing the doctor asked me is if I was stressed, and I chuckled at her with what was going on in my life. And so yeah, so it's really interesting to see all the little pieces where I think I just need to go even a little deeper in, even though I've been working on my regulation, and I, of course, I'm very in tune with my energetics, and I do a lot of processes. If I'm really looking at the pieces, like especially these last few weeks, man, I don't want to blame stuff on Merc Retro, but I don't think I've been affected by one of these as much as I have this time in a long while, like lots of mental gymnastics. And I'm a huge proponent on watching your thoughts and controlling your thoughts. And it has been like the guards have had to be up these last few weeks. It has literally been like a vigilant type of energy where like I have to be on point of the way that the thoughts have wanted to run rampant and have tried and have sometimes, right? Until you're like, oh, holy shit, I am going down a negative, rabbit hole there. Um, and so, yeah, so it's all interesting. Like if I'm really speaking it out loud, and again, God, why these are so cathartic. I love it so much. Yeah, I think I need more purposeful time is what's being asked of me. Like I'm gonna have to go back to like, yeah, just I mean I don't have to name it now, but like I'm looking at like aspects throughout the day where I'm really coming back home, doing much more intentional, like quiet type. I was just doing this practice where you sit with God. But before I laid down, it's really powerful. You're not asking anything. You're not trying to feel anything per se, although the energies always run very powerful. Um, you're not asking anything. You're not trying to hear anything. There's really no purpose, but it's one of my, it's like, let me know you more. I want to know you more, which you can do with all sorts of energies and essences and benevolent beings. But when you ask to sit with God's source, all that is, it's very much a different frequency. And so I had got the message earlier that I was being asked for more quietude with just all that is, more very purposeful, like nothing on, again, no intentions. Like the frequency codes are obviously just so powerful and so beautiful, and they bring you into what you need. But that's almost a thing where it's like they're going into a time with yourself, source soul self, with no purpose but to experience and but to be. It's very magical, very powerful, and very healing. And so again, this is like a little 360 where it's like, oh wow, I was just guided back into that, and now talking all through this, remembering that I had to do my Bandaid video, I was able to piece together that it's even more though, right? Like don't just do it tonight, Megan. Wake up before you go out. I'm going to go see one of my besties tomorrow. I haven't seen her in many months, so it's just going to be a really beautiful night. But before I go, right, sit in the quietude, even at her house for a bit. I could say, hey, I'm just going to sit in some quietude. Wake up in the morning. So really getting back into that practice is going to be important to come back in to myself again, I feel. So I'm happy I remembered. Beautiful talk, Megan. So much love. See you tomorrow.